Hello, my friend. Here I am, sitting in the living room of my friends Anat and Tom, instead of where I set out to be, physically and spiritually. After months of feeling overwhelmed and at times overstretched by work, I transcended that state, and I aligned myself with my visit to South Africa. I could see the amazing potential of the experience, and I couldn't wait to see you and the people I've been waiting to meet for a long time. The argument that you, Sarah, and I had between wanting to do the deep democracy experience and not wanting to do it helped me move there. So I was ready. And in my mind, I was already with you in South Africa, the event unfolding right in front of my eyes, as I set out to catch a tram, to catch a train, to catch a plane to Joburg. And as strong as I was holding the role of wanting to be there and being committed, the universe served me a long day of arrows, expressing the opposite role of not being able to be there. We had an argument, the universe and I, from early morn till late at night. Actually, we had a conflict. Our arrows were sharp and amplified. The universe threw its arrows at me. Your flight has been cancelled. You're going to be late for the first presentation because your new flight arrives too late. You're going to be exhausted because now you have a transfer and then a night flight. You made it to London? Great, but you will not get permission to board the plane to Joburg because you don't have a full blank visa page in your passport as required by South Africa. You're going to get stuck in a Kafkaesque war of deep bureaucracy set against a backdrop of low office ceilings bathed in fluorescent light until it's too late to solve anything because your plane will have left. You will spend this whole time taking long bus drives between Terminal 4 and Terminal 5, frantically talking on the phone with half of the world trying to pull strings just so you can get on that fucking plane. You will be defeated by 2 airlines and be sent home, forfeiting your ticket. You won't be able to fly on another date because getting a new passport takes too long. Oh, and your baggage will be lost. You will return home deeply hurting and disappointed. And there were more, too many to put in this letter, but I took a fierce stand and threw my arrows. I'm going to enjoy a nap now that my departure has been delayed, so I'll be well rested. I'm going to stay relaxed and unfazed by the hectic changes. I'm going to beg this vacant guy behind the counter to please at least try and help me. I'm not going to let this bring me down, even if it hurts. I'm going to be excited and happy all day, with the prospect of seeing the people I love and having an amazing experience. So the last 2 arrows hit me deep. The first one being, I'm not going to let this bring me down even if it hurts. I'm not going to lie, it did bring me down at first, but as I sat there at Heathrow, waiting for my plane to come and take me back home, I stopped dredging in the disappointment, anger, and anxiety, and just sat with the pain. The pain of the loss, missing out on friends and the experience, abandoning you, putting you in an uncomfortable and stressful position, and missing out on many opportunities. I flew back to Amsterdam in deep pain, but in clarity. The second arrow hit me only now, while writing this message to you. I'm going to be excited and happy all day, with the prospect of seeing the people I love and having an amazing experience, and I can add, whether I will actually get there or not. Because the truth is, I have had an amazing day, filled with a type of excitement that is really quite rare. A deep and joyful feeling of expectation. And I can still feel that resonate in my chest, feeding my need to connect with you all. I also took grains from the arrows that were thrown by the universe. This is reality. It's the way the world works, and I am part of that world. Part of me cannot be there because part of me is poor, powerless, and caught in my own frantic mechanism, taking up all my time and energy. And that's okay. The world works as it works, and one can't be in control. and I can be in deep pain and feel clear and whole. Since I'd left my keys at home and Sander is sick and went to bed early, I decided to go to my friends Anat and Tom to smoke a joint with them and talk. They generously offered me a bed as well, so I stayed here, and I told them my story and shared the question that had been lingering all night. What happened? What is the message in this huge no that I got today, even though I fought and fought and fought and kept giving a solid yes until the very end, until this very moment? And then while Tom and Anat were brushing their teeth and I was getting ready for bed, the coin dropped. As much as I was holding the yes roll at a conscious level, at an unconscious level, I was stuck in the no roll, almost as if I was holding it for all of us. As everybody got to the DD experience, I was getting stuck in the inability to be there. Me being absent because I was literally flying from one place to the other, on the phone, in the airport craziness-ridden bureaucratic tornado, really shows the texture of that role. Maybe others got stuck in that role as well. And I wonder if these roles have been showing up at the experience. It would make sense. As a fractal of the world, you can see how this pattern is played out on a global stage. The powerlessness and inability that we as human beings have to really be there. The speed with which our world moves and the pressure under which we operate creates incredible growth and simultaneously makes it impossible for us to truly be in life. And on the other side of the spectrum, we clearly aim at being there. Even if we look at what deep democracy ultimately does, it enables us to be there. And I see a clear movement in that direction in the world. We as humans are looking to be truly present in the world. However, when we are just present and in the moment, we need that other role, the speed and the pressure and absence, not being in one place, but rather in constant flux, to enable movement and growth. So as we work harder and survive less and less, we need the gentleness and connection of being still and present. As we become unemployed and poor, we stop moving and become powerless and cold. We then need the energy and heat that comes with the high pressure and speed that we've created. And so we struggle with these poles. We get more and more stuck on one side or the other, overworked and burnt out, or jobless and homeless. The polarization of these sides being expressed in rapidly growing inequality, taking many victims on both sides. Who knows what potential lies in the resolution of these roles? I have a sense that it could be quite something. And maybe, if it truly is relevant for where we are now, you will get part of this resolution between these poles, the present and the absent, the static and the dynamic. Maybe the DD experience will shift this polarity and help the world in doing so. And again, I can't help but look at the fractal pattern. The argument that you, Sarah, and I had, as a fractal of the argument that the universe and I had yesterday, as a fractal of the group at the DD experience, as a fractal of what's happening in our world in which more and more people get caught up on one of the two sides. The great pitfall of not being there is not knowing what's happening. And yes, you can take that as a metaphor for life and for being a DD facilitator. And so I'm unknowing, but questioning how much my experience resonates with you and everybody who's there at the Silverwood Manor. Please feel free to enlighten me. My dear M, I am deeply sorry that I can't be there. I truly wholeheartedly feel the want to be there and tried everything I could today and yesterday to work around all the hurdles. I will do anything I can from here to help you on a practical level. You might want some help with the Let's Talk app. I'll talk you through any technical stuff, or I'll talk to someone else, talk somebody else through it, whichever works best. Anything else I can do from here, just say the word. As I come out of my big argument of yesterday, I feel that I can move more freely now and be there even though I'm not there. My step 4 decision is to be okay with the fact that I'm not there, but also try and be present as much as possible. Maybe my presence can be supported with this message. If you want to and you feel it is appropriate, you could share this video with everybody there as my check-in and check-out and check-through, bringing the ghost role of your ghost host into the group. And I haven't even told you about the guy in the plane that asked me if I was from Tennessee. Also, I've not told you about this dialogue I had. Would you like a drink? No. If you want a drink, you can get one upstairs in the lounge. Do you smoke? No. If you want to smoke, you can go to the smoking room in the cellar. Thank you. Send everybody my love, and lots of love to yourself. I wish you all a moving and cathartic but gentle and present experience. Yours, Jan.